are the kids. Welcome
Hi.
to the Session Zero character creation of Tales from the Loop.
Are we streaming this?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Okay.
Make it awkward.
It's always awkward with me around.
That's fair.
I just smile happily.
Frost always dropping in that host like a G.
Also, it is technically October 1st, so my
Mhm.
gift sub just resubbed.
Awesome. No, I appreciate that.
It was $1, so.
Oh yeah, no,
Don't deny it.
don't laugh about September. I get the full money for that dollar, or the normal price for that dollar. It's nothing to laugh about. That is a great deal.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
was talking to Corey. It's like, don't laugh about that. That's money. That's money for me.
I think he was scoffing at me in the same way that you were scoffing at me.
I
Oh.
assumed it was money for you, Rin. Otherwise, the deal would suck.
Yeah. But I mean, I get the $5 for his dollar.
I'm
So-
giving money to my own channel. I don't know what that says about me.
Self-promotion, baby. Pyaw.
In other news, while we're here creating this, I
Hmm.
want to nail down for my character because it makes perfect. The lyrics make great sense for Troublemaker, which I've now changed because
Awesome.
Rez is taking Weirdo,
I'm a
and it's
weirdo.
Halloween. Thriller is mine. Hands off.
Okay.
So
that's the
everybody
players.
picks Thriller.
No.
you have nothing to worry about from me because I have a thing I need to do.
Can you share that thing with the class rather than me try and pull teeth?
In the spirit of my childhood, I determined that no matter what I went with, I'd have to pick my theme song from the list of available Queen songs.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Good choices.
I picked
So
Sweet
far, I've-
Dreams by the
Can't pronounce this.
Eurythmics. There we go.
Is it sweet dreams are made
Yeah.
of
Yep.
nice?
82.
I believe my best pick so far, I'm thinking, is going to be Princes of the Universe.
Good choice.
Pretty good one. That's a good one.
That's a solid choice.
Shay, come into the room. We need you.
Help us, Shaby One Kenobi. You're our only hope.
Oh, please,
How
please
could
no
you
more
do
Star
this?
Wars. I need less GIFs in my life.
Palette cleanse. Palette cleanse!
Where's the join thingy?
I'm gonna look at Worf's for that
I
palette
probably
quizzes.
need a new one at
Oh,
this point.
I'll pin it. No, you probably don't need a new one, but I'll pin it. It's in there. It got lost.
Rin, did you manage to take a look at the Olwen picture that I liked?
Yes, I recall.
Is that not the saddest thing ever?
It's a sad. And make it a sad. Actually, Shay, it's like just scroll like 4 posts up. It's right there in the Tails room
It
or
is.
Tails chat.
It's right friggin' there.
Oh,
Mr. Tales from the Loop. By the way, Rin can see your PDF.
I know. I have it open because I don't have anything good to show people while I'm doing this. I just can't accidentally look at porn on that screen.
Oh,
All right, so yeah,
That can't accidentally look at porn on that screen. You can totally do it on purpose.
you laugh, but I left Discord up one time while I was retesting the servers, and something Morph sent me came through when Discord
Oh.
accidentally came up. So yeah, that backlog got deleted mostly because it was a test, but also because that got through. All right,
That's
so
my B.
well, no, it was my B for leaving the thing up, but 'cause I was trying to message Rez to see if it was working, and of course Max was here for the butts.
Of course. But not here to play as a kid.
He can't play on Mondays
Yeah.
because it's Tuesday in Australia.
Well, it's the best day for D&D.
I believe it.
stop. Jason Stathaming.
There you go.
I'm sorry. Just so hard. I
wait.
was practicing it all day.
Where did the... Okay, there we go. The kids. So this is
Okay,
what I needed to trap. So everybody, once you're situated, flip over to chapter 4, page 50. That has the kids and character creation. Oops.
What am I looking at?
Did you not download the Tales from the Loop PDF I also linked?
If not, that's okay. You can look at butts in the chat while you
It's
download
true.
it.
All
I
of the
do not see a PDF anywhere.
You would need to scroll up.
I see a bunch of pictures.
You would need to scroll up.
Still lots of pictures.
You would need to scroll up.
How far?
Like
A
my
lot.
my God, Shay, I love you, but you need to scroll up until the
I've
links to the
scrolled up a
download.
lot.
You need to scroll up until the links for the download show up. I have also pinned it now so that you can just go to the pin and find it.
It's the Google Drive one.
All right, so character creation is not very complicated for this. You will, of course, go into one of your character sheets. They, of course, are named specifically Kid 1, Kid 2, Kid 3, Kid 4, and Kid 5. So, as you can see, once you start looking it over, do I want to... I think I have access. Here we go. Alright, so even for you lovely people in the stream, you can also see. So we have our handy dandy Tales from the Loop. Feel free to claim any one of them. First come, first serve. Of course, don't everyone fight for Kid 1 because it doesn't actually make you number 1.
I took Kid 2.
I grabbed 4.
And just
I'll take 5.
Question mark.
5. Corey claims this. Nice. Alright.
I'll take Kid 3.
And yeah, so there's very basic stuff to fill out for this. It's not super complicated. The important things to draw through this are, of course, choosing what type, and this is an archetype. It follows the stereotypical 80s movie tropes of the kid adventurers. We have examples like the bookworm, the computer geek, the hick.
Computer geek.
Although, they use hick very loosely because you're just kind of like the country kid and, the gearhead, really. The jock, the popular kid, the rocker, the troublemaker, the weirdo.
And the bookworm.
No, we already did the bookworm. It's alphabetical.
I missed it. I just heard you say that.
So, the important thing after you decide what type of... I'm going to need every Tuesday off. Hey, Max, you could totally do that because, your dad's the boss, so... I mean, or you could just play from work. You could just tell him not to bother you for 3 hours while you're at work. Paid 3 hours off. So, what is everybody looking at in terms of their archetypes?
Weirdo.
Computer geek.
Troublemaker.
Or that.
Gearhead, weirdo, troublemaker, computer geek?
Yes.
Okay. Morph?
I'm not sure.
You should be a jock.
That leaves me with rocker, jock, or hick or bookworm.
Popular kid?
The way I was gonna play this character probably wasn't gonna be popular kid.
Also, Max, what does
Say it,
what does
do it.
what does gearhead mean where you're from?
Mechanic. Probably.
Talking to Max. You knobhead. Yeah, wanker.
Probably something like Knobhead.
Yeah, probably. Oh, now that song's in my head.
Which one?
Sweet dreams are made of you. Who am I to disagree? In the seven seas. Gearhead means... Oh, he didn't answer. Okay, never mind. I was like, I thought he answered. Okay, so... Do the two of you have an idea yet?
Who chose what already?
So we have Computer Geek, Troublemaker, and Weirdo already picked. And there's no reason you can't overlap. Because as we all know, there isn't only... I mean, the only one I'm going to say you can't overlap on is you can't have two tokens. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, I can make that joke.
You can.
You can, but I mean, if you make a token, that means you're just gonna die.
It's not a horror movie. And the kids
Kids can't die.
Kids
Are we sure
can't
about
die.
that?
Kids can't die. It's in a rule.
Okay.
There's a hard rule.
I've seen the Blob. I know kids can.
Nope, this is a hard rule. Protag kids do not die. Oh yeah, that's what we should clarify. Protag kids cannot die. You, you, the heroes. You may get injured. You may get traumatized. You may get in trouble. You may get arrested. But you, as the heroes, it's basically a speed, the drug variety junkie. Oh, so it's just a Gearhead is just a drug addict. Okay,
I really lost track of what this
What?
rule means.
What would stereotypical punk fall under?
rocker. You should take a look at the rocker. And I mean, you'd be 80s punk, so definitely rocker.
That hair.
That hair.
I got a mohawk.
Did she?
I don't.
Oh.
No, well, I mean that's what like punkers wore in the 80s.
Oh yeah, especially if you were trying to do the British one. We're not gonna take it.
I don't think I want to
we
be
ain't
part
gonna
of this
take
group
it.
anymore.
I've only seen two good style mohawks.
I've seen some good ones.
I've
One was
seen none.
so fucking elaborate, it was amazing.
Oh, you could totally pick Twisted Sisters for your song. It's 84. We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. Sorry. I'm sorry. I get into the 80s music.
So did I. I just went on a fucking hunt for Rez because I'm like, well, there's Message in a Bottle. Oh no, that's way too on the nose.
Yeah.
This is
down the
not.
bottle
This is
a
not.
little-
Not Kids with Bikes. This is Tales from the Loop. Yeah.
Similar.
Kids with Bikes also looks interesting and maybe something we try down the road. But I was drawn by the alternate sci-fi premise of Tales from the Loop. And, I want this to be a fun Halloween, month of October-y. Babakis, nice to meet you. How are you doing, my dude?
This is far more Stranger Things than anything.
Well,
I
this
think
was
I'll go with Doc.
ironically created before Stranger Things.
You know what I mean?
I do. But a lot of people get that misconception. They think it was, but it's all the fun artwork that's in here. It was some Swedish guy who painted this stuff a while ago, and they were looking at it and they were like, "I freaking love this artwork. Let's make a game off of it."
It wins.
Yeah, and they were like, "Let's just make a game based off this world." And it was like, okay. But all right, so we have our archetypes down. Yep.
Yes, I do.
Because we're
What?
streaming. I want to keep us moving here fairly efficiently. Sorry, Shay, what?
What kid is not claimed?
Bookworm, Hick, Jock, Popular Kid, and Rocker.
No, I mean,
Oh,
the-
on the thing?
You,
You
are
guys-
a good one, Shay.
You guys should have labeled your stuff if you took one.
I took it.
Okay.
I
Alright.
did one already.
Well, there's a Kid 3 and a Kid 1 still.
I'm sorry, I did not change my name yet.
Also, William Buxley Jr. Awesome.
Damn Skippy.
Those glasses. You look like a Buxley Jr. In fact, I'll flip this over so chat can see it too. William Buxley Jr.
Just imagine somewhere he's got a retainer. And...
Oh, he totally does. Oh, poor Alwyn.
Hey, that's the character. I'm
She-
sorry.
She's a dirty little scamp. Wish I could make it bigger.
She's probably going home to her mom after getting pushed in the mud.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Also,
Jesus.
I didn't have plans for this robot, but I need to make it a thing now. I keep looking at it and it's awesome.
He's our friend, Jurassic Parko.
Superman, as it rips one of the bullies in half. Alright, so
Oh.
next up
I don't approve of this.
next up is we pick, or you guys will decide your age, and so you pick anywhere between 10 and 15, and you are free to choose your age, and basically your age affects your attribute scores and the amount of luck points you have. The higher your age, the more attribute points you'll have to distribute into your score, but the less luck points you'll have, which luck points enable your rerolls on skill checks and stuff. So basically, it's like how the little kid can always seem to luck out of danger, whereas the older brother is capable and skilled in the things he can do. You have more education and the life training to handle stuff when you're over in your teens.
It usually gets fucking grabbed from behind.
Yeah. And so, which leads us, of course, once you decide on an age, 10 to 15, like I said, your kid is defined by 4 attributes, so you will divvy up the attribute points from 1 to 5, and you can't exceed 5 on it, but your starting scores is your age. Your starting score can be no higher than your starting score is your age. There's no modifier in that. So if you're 15, you have 15 points. If you're 10, you have 10 points. If you pick and try not to everybody be like, my birthday's on Halloween, because basically when you grow older you'll gain an attribute point. But when you turn 16, you're no longer a kid. You don't get to play anymore.
Womp womp.
The luck points are based off of, I think it
Stealing
was,
a picture in character art.
that's fine. That's what they were there for. Luck points are, it was your age minus something.
It's 15
automatically
minus your age.
It's automatically adjusted for in the character sheet. I found that out
Oh,
already.
awesome. Yeah, so
15 minus your age.
15 minus your age, thank you. Because if you're 15, you don't have any luck because you have all the skills. Whereas if you're 10, you have 5 luck and no real skills.
Are
If
we
it-
trying to do anything specific? Are we trying to be in like the same classes?
That is entirely up to you.
Well,
Run that
right
up.
now, because I've thought of this over the week,
I
my character is aged
sorry.
at 13 years old. He
Ooh,
was-
Bobicus, that's a great idea. Maybe. That could be a thing. I
was
like
that?
that. People in chat offering an idea about the robot. I actually like
Okay.
it. That's a pretty good idea.
He's age 13. He had stable living conditions right before he was born, but then his father died fighting in the Vietnam War. And this set his mother off right before he was born to join the 70s hippies organization, or whatever it is in this universe. So,
Hippies.
yep, when he was born, he grew up in the hippies. However, this resulted in him getting teased and bullied in school at a young age because he was always about the free love, yay, flowers and stuff. That's not something a boy should be doing when he's during that time period. And rather than be a hippie crybaby, his father's side took him.
And then
took
he
him
rebelled.
over, and he rebelled and just started beating the shit out of all the other kids that would bully him. And this also culminated him in rebelling against his teachers and everyone else, telling them that he should change his ways.
I
Hence,
like
he's
it.
now labeled as a troublemaker. That being said, he considers his family home as a safe. That's where his bond is. His mother is his anchor, I think it was called.
Mm-hmm.
And he loves gardening with his mother. And anyone that tells him boys should not be picking flowers, he will kick the shit out of you.
All right, I'm gonna make a note of that. Boys should not be picking flowers.
Or just in general making fun of the fact that deep down inside he's a little gardener.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone tries to make fun of that or his mother's lifestyle, he will destroy them. Or attempt to, anyway.
I can't find any good character art.
I always rely on Pinterest. It is a great resource.
Or dive into the Tales from the Loop chat. Rin linked a bunch of character art ideas.
I guess since everyone's putting their last name on there too. There you go.
Yes, you should. You're a real life person. You should have a real life name.
Oh no, I had it listed on my sheet. I just didn't have it listed at the top, so it wasn't going to come through when I was talking all the time.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, so
Hey, I found Toby.
all right, so how's everybody doing?
Other than relationships with everybody else, I'm done.
I keep
Like done?
Pretty much.
Damn, dude.
That was fast.
I killed it.
I mean, it's not a super complicated creation rule, so
Okay, so we need iconic item.
Every time I look,
freaking nerd.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking over Buxley Jr. Freaking
Freaking
nerd. I'm looking at his iconic item. Nerd.
Yeah.
every time I do a search in Pinterest, there's like 1 or 2 pictures and then a whole bunch of like adults.
Give me a description of what you're looking for.
Okay, that's what I have.
What setting are we in?
Yes.
80s America?
It's like 80s Earth. Did you not read
No, I
the
mean,
early?
80s America. I just want to know, like, the weather. Would it be feasible for me to have a hockey stick, or would I be like,
I mean,
would it be like outdoor hockey, like the
It's October, buddy, so it's still fall. So if you're doing hockey, you're doing indoors, and it's not really the month for it.
We doing street ball.
so we will
could be doing
say
street ball.
we will say that you are in the northeast coast.
So
shit, me and Corey could just play ourselves.
I
I mean, basically.
Me and Morph can play ourselves.
Yes. The region itself doesn't matter because we're only doing this for 5 sessions, so we're not going to dive too deeply into the world lore. But you're in a small town. There's forests and some mountains. There's probably a nice lake and stuff.
Not cold enough for a hockey stick just yet.
Yeah, not cold enough for a hockey stick just yet. But I mean, if you're playing a jock who does like hockey, though, you can still carry it around, and of course you can play street hockey.
Go out and play some street hock.
I try to be part of any sort of hockey team I can get on.
Okay,
Assuming
back
the
to
hockey team would take me.
so back to my question for Shay, 'cause trying to help get her along now. Give me an idea of what this character looks like, or what you want this character to look like.
I was actually looking for inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, might have found something. Give me a sec.
I edited Olwen's picture so it's a little more visible, and I changed her eye color to match her actual eye color.
Never mind, that
Okay.
doesn't work.
She's so dirty. I just want to hug her and tell her it's okay. So sad.
Owen. Oh, you made it bigger. Oh, you edited it.
I did edit it. I limited the space, so Roll20 was like, "Yeah, we can see it now."
Yeah, look at that sad child.
She's a sad child.
Alexa, this child is sad. Play 99 Red Balloons.
Luftballons.
Okay. Distribute 10 points among your skills. Take up to level 3 in the 3 key skills. Otherwise, level 1 is the maximum. Got it. And my key skills are Force, Sneak, and Lead.
Well, I just found Jason's papa.
Jason Voorhees?
No. Corey's character is named Jason.
Jason Voorhees?
Look at that
Stop
hippie. Look at that hippie dad.
The father was a military sergeant.
I know.
Stop making hippie dads.
What a dork.
Namaste, my son. Namaste.
No. Single parent household, and I get to control this.
I know. Well, you get to control it to a degree.
I mean, they can have I could be rebelling against the fact that my mother now has a boyfriend.
It's true. Oh, he could totally be just a douchebag hippie guy.
No, even better. He's not a douchebag hippie guy. He's a prideful, snobbish therapist guy that's also trying to change Jason.
Jason, I just want to be your friend. Tell me how you're feeling, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
like
but-
that. He's the dad from I forget the actor's name. He's Samwise from the episode 2 of season 2 of Stranger Things.
Oh, that guy was awesome!
He was, but he kept fucking up.
And then he died.
Yep.
I can sort of see that, but the other
I'm
thing
sorry.
I see-
If you hadn't watched it by now, that is not my fault.
Good
What
thing is
about
I'd
people
have
like me who
no
can't
contact.
see it?
Yeah. It's 2018. You have ways of seeing it.
I don't
No,
have
well,
money. I can't buy
ironic-
it.
Fucking pirate it.
Ironically,
Shay found a picture, I see. Shay,
me and mom were gonna start watching it in a couple of weeks.
You should still watch
No,
it.
no
You have-
others. Yeah, no other spoilers, please.
Yeah, you have no. So Shay, are you Hayden?
No, that's me.
That's more. Okay, so Shay is Kid 1 then.
Yes, I picked Kid 3.
I see Morph chose the Animu.
You just gotta crop that image to get rid of that laptop, Shay.
But I couldn't find any other good kid picks, okay?
Why?
Because there ain't no laptops.
Technically, I mean, it's not going to be hard to adjust that. I could adjust it for her.
I fight you.
Everything else is great.
Yeah, no, everything. That
Were
is.
there
that is
were there not
perfect.
laptops back then?
In the
No, there were
80s?
barely
No.
computers.
Yeah, the first computers came out in the 80s.
And the only
Well,
cell
the
phone-
first personal computers, I should clarify. The actual computers were out. Shit. No, well before that. They had computers in the 40s. They just were like giant room building filling machines. Yeah, the military had the first working computers.
But to put this in perspective as well, the only cell phones that existed were bricks that also were generally attached to cars because that's what was needed to power them,
Yep.
Or backpacks.
or backpacks.
Or backpack. And keep in mind that this is also there's an iPhone in that, so I do need to crop it. Keep in mind that even though this is an alternate history and there is technology, this is like the way an 80s movie imagined what technology would be. It is the green pixel Star Wars Empire's console thing is still shitty Commodore screen type of advanced technology and crappy hoverboards and things like that, and those are all considered mundane for you guys. So seeing somebody with a hoverboard is like, oh, that kid's parents are super rich and bought him a hoverboard. I wish I could have got the new hoverboard for Christmas. I don't know why we're talking like we're country. But, yeah, so...
I don't know either, Rin.
Nobody picked the Hicks, so...
Nobody did.
Doesn't really apply. So how old is your kid, Shay?
13,
Okay.
I guess.
She's a walker.
I'm 12.
Oh, 12 is a wheel.
I don't wanna be 12
4 and a
anymore.
half years old.
I don't want to be stuck with the guy that keeps linking gifs of the fucking.
Wow. That's
He's the
rude.
kind of guy who. He's the kind of guy.
So then what do I do?
Where are you now in the progression? Because you should be on page 58. That's telling you how to make your character. So what your age determines how many attribute points you get. So if you're 13, you have 13 attribute points to spread between the 4 attributes.
It's 4, and you have to put 1 in each. So the sheet has already put 1 in everything. So it's whatever.
It's going up from there.
Yeah. So. you
So
have
what's
that.
important for Rocker then?
No. It's what's important for you.
Each attribute is listed what its use is. So body is good at jumping, running, fighting, sneaking around, climbing. Tech is good for like machine. You'll do machines like Donatello.
And so you should be looking between the rocker page and this stuff and kind of deciding how your character works. It says Rocker's key skills would be move, charm, and empathize. So if you want to focus on those, you can. This isn't D&D. You don't need to have an optimal group because hell, this is our first time playing this. None of us know what optimal is.
I'm just when I put the attributes in, I thought about what my character does, and I said, well, he gets in a lot of fights. So body was something I emphasized. Does he build things, or is he technology savvy? Well, he can help around the house to fix something that his mother can't do because he's the man of the house now. So he has,
little man.
He has 2 points in tech, but he's not going to build a robot or program a computer. That's not what he's going to do. That being said, he's pretty smart, or I feel like he'd be pretty smart, so he has 3. And despite him lashing out at everybody, when somebody likes him for who he is, he's a very compassionate person, so he has 3 in heart.
Aw. He's
Yeah.
Mati, the power of heart.
No. It's the most
Heart.
useless Captain American power.
Heart.
Captain America?
Captain Planet. Fuck
Captain America.
you. You know what I meant.
He's our hero.
I'm sorry, if I'm going by what you exactly said, it was Captain American.
He's gonna
Ow.
take the Nazis down to 0.
You did say Captain
did.
American. Alright.
I hate all of you.
Chait,
Don't
I
know
added
what
your
you're-
picture in for you.
For iconic item, I wrote down a pair of gardening clippers, and by clippers I mean something that you would use to take actual clippings of plants, something small,
So like the little like handheld clip.
little handheld shears.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They're like for pruning roses and stuff.
It's like, but for
Like,
examples I
girl.
gave for troublemaker was like a knife or cigarettes, and I'm like, that's not what I'm going for. But I've got a weapon.
But you
I'm not afraid
could
to use it.
you could do it like this is one piece and you just pretend it's a cigarette, but it's actually a lollipop.
No.
Oh, fuck, 4 kids.
I mean, someone did. They don't exist anymore.
The original was a cigarette.
Oh yeah, that's the
Yeah, we know.
joke. The censor made it a lollipop. That's why
I
it's
said, fuck
funny.
4 kids.
Yeah, that's why it's funny.
They should have just made it. They should have just made him like die of lung cancer. That would have.
Or always coughing.
Or always
Yeah.
coughing. That's a good one.
You can't have Sanji die of... No, Sanji's awesome.
I mean, he's gonna die of it. It's just gonna happen, Morph.
And we have
Anyways,
10 points for skills.
I gotta get back to that page.
Yes,
Hold on.
it's 10 points for skills, but your key skills can have up to 3 points. Anything else can have a maximum of 1 point.
Alright, good to know.
So key skills can only go up to 3.
That's the maximum that they can go to.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
may take up to. It's all here on 58. You may take up to level 3 in the 3 key skill types of your type, which is your archetype. So, when I told you that Rocker had move, charm, and empathize, you can put 3 in those.
Right, and everything else can only get a 1. Cool.
Yep.
Nah.
So you would be really good at those key skills, and then as the game goes on, you build up the others.
Not that it's that concerning initially, because you add your attribute and your skill together when you roll the dice.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
Oh,
have
yeah.
if you have a crazy high attribute, if you want to min-max it, you don't need to focus on those as skills if you don't wish.
And then, so their age determines how many points they can use.
Yes, you have to offset it by whether you want to have more attribute points or whether you want to have more luck. The older you are, the more attribute points you have to divvy into body, tech, heart, and mind. The younger you are, the less attributes you have, but the more luck points you'll have. And the way you determine your luck points, regardless of your age, is 15 minus your age. If you're 15, it's 15 minus 15, so you have no luck. If you're 10, it's 15 minus 10. You have the maximum amount of luck points you can get, which would be 5. And luck points are your ability to re-roll failed checks. And you have your luck point pool resets every session, so it's not a resource you need to save. You want to be re-rolling if you're failing stuff, because failure in a scene really kind of hinders things. It gives me the ability to make a negative outcome for what happens.
It's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get 2
Stream
more
went-
of these.
Stream went quiet for a while. Is there no sound coming in?
I don't know.
Can you hear anything on the stream?
I can hear stuff on the stream. Who said that it was quiet?
Max did. Can you hear anything on the stream? Yep, I can hear it. I have no idea what he's talking about. Sorry, Max. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right now for my bride.
Seems like we're working just fine. But I'll do us a solid and get some tunes going. Let's see if I can find like a 80s
Oh, I got
mix
something for you.
lo-fi.
Here.
Well, no, I want nothing that's gonna get hit royalty.
I mean, these are on YouTube, and they have yet to be hit for royalty.
That means
Ooh,
nothing.
there's a. Nope, there's an 80s vibe city. I will do.
Set it to Rin
Time
anyway, and
chill
they can
wave.
decide if they want to put that on.
I can decide. I am the decider. Turbo. Ooh, hey, synthwave. There we go. How long is this?
It's like an hour.
Ah.
It's a whole mix.
Sweet.
This is what I listen to when I'm playing WoW most of the time.
That's pretty chill. Oh, it's 47 minutes, you big fat phony.
Well, guess what? I'm just a phony. I'm
Oh.
not 13. I'm actually an adult in disguise. I'm that level of creepy.
I'm not
I'm
a
gonna call
child.
the
I'm a
cops.
big man.
I'm gonna call the police.
Also, I really think that the like hammer gun is probably a little more dangerous. No, not more dangerous because it's equally dangerous. It's equally dangerous.
They really didn't want to show the gun.
I mean, they could have done the Yu-Gi-Oh where they're just pointing their fingers.
Somehow I think that'd be worse.
So, and then I need to do these. Okay.
Oh, hey, this isn't playing right. It's still playing Amber Temple from Friday. Not sure why, because it wasn't making any noise.
Thank you, Vasmo.
Does this get loud? I'm trying to, like,
It
gauge.
This should be its max volume.
I'll put it
I
at
have
50.
Vasmo at 10%.
Yeah, I put it at
Found
15.
another one.
If it's too loud, chat, feel free to let me know. Alrighty, so has everybody made their way through the attributes and skills?
Yep, I'm doing
I
doing iconic item, anchor, pride, problem, drive, description, favorite song. Although
Okay.
I have the favorite
So,
song,
yeah.
so.
Yeah. So items, of course, you guys can acquire items as the sessions move on. Only your iconic item will carry over with you between mysteries, which doesn't really apply to this. For the sake of this game, since we're only doing 5 sessions, I'll turn it down just a little bit. Since we're only doing the 5 sessions, you're only going to be investigating one mystery. So, you know, any items you acquire, you're going to keep for the whole time. Your iconic item, of course, gives you a +2 on the value when you use it during a scene where it's appropriate. Corey deciding he wants to use his garden shears to try and stab the corrupt police officer probably won't work.
No, I was it's like my idea would be like, we need to
Yeah,
sneak
but
into
I'm
the
giving you an
building,
example.
let's
I'm
cut
giving-
through the fence with these garden shears.
Yeah, I'm giving you an example of why it wouldn't work. That would also probably be a stretch because I think it would more bend your.
It's a crazy stretch, but I would burn luck for something like that.
It's like it would. The metal for the fences would probably dent your shears.
It's an iconic item. I can't have them break.
I mean, you can't lose it.
No, it actually says I can't have them break.
Is it?
Yeah, where is it? Iconic item. The Arcana item will not disappear or break whatever happens, unless I, the player, want it to.
If it gets stolen or lost, you'll find it before the end of the mystery.
Yeah, so I can lose it briefly.
Yeah. Well,
As
there's
in
only
you lose
you'll
it
lose it
because
for the
it's
rest of the. Yeah,
Hey,
it's like you're only getting the.
mystery. There you go.
You're well, no, Corey. You're only getting the one mystery over the 5 sessions. So
I know.
if
It's like,
it-
hey, you solved the mystery. Here's your garden shears back.
Yeah.
DM.
Yep. All right. And so once we get through that, we get into the problem, the drive, the pride, and then into the relationships. This is where you guys communicating with each other is going to be important because you're all friends, and regardless of the reason, you all need to have reasons for being friends. And it can be just as simple as we're the kids in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, let's see.
that's the easy
Anchor.
answer.
That's the easy answer. Anchor,
Here
I
is
have.
Owen.
That's Rez.
That's Rez.
I'm over.
And okay, so what's everyone's character story?
My character is a troublemaker. He's his name is Jason. He generally God, my brain has stopped. Rin, help me. I told it to you, and now my brain shut down.
Yes. What you had said was Jason is the troublemaker. He's from a not like I feel like broken home isn't the right term. It was
It's
just
not
you
a
lost.
broken home. His
Yeah, it's
home
like
is
you.
one of his anchors.
Yeah, it's like you just lost your dad. Your dad died in Vietnam. Your mom became a hippie. Your dad's family didn't like the way that she was raising him with the whole flower power and hippie vibe, so they got custody and took him in? Question mark?
No. He does live with his mother.
Oh, okay.
It was just the fact that
They
his
imposed...
mother's family and all the kids that he was growing up with in school
Oh,
and all the
okay.
adults around him
Pushing their...
disapproved of the, I'm going to call it anti-war rhetoric.
Mhm.
And rather than bow down and change, he fights back.
He decided to rebel.
He decided to rebel, and rebel, in some cases, with other kids violently.
Yep.
And what's everyone else's story?
Ah.
Because I want to be related to someone.
I do have Hayden having a little sister. It's my anchor. But Hayden is a sporty tomboy, but was only really a tomboy up until 3 years ago. Because before then she was actually a boy.
Realize this is the 80s, right?
You realize this is Tales from the Loop, right?
Yeah, but we're normal.
Your normal children.
Rez, I think you're trying to open up the SJW worm by making that's the can of worms by making that statement.
Look, okay, it's like I have people
I've-
can be whatever they want.
And
What?
Morph, you and I talked about this.
We did. You never. You
I-
didn't have
I-
a problem with it.
No,
Morph?
no,
Yeah,
I told you,
being
I
gay
told
is
you,
Weird.
no, not even that. No, time out. We're not crossing that threshold. What I had told you was, please don't do that because you need to be normal children where there's nothing weird that happened to you. I told you you could be a kid who wanted to be transitioning, and that could be, the problem that works with this, but there's I didn't want to have to.
Fine,
Right.
she's a tomboy that wants to play on the boys' teams.
Okay, yeah, it's like it just makes an extra layer of work for me to fit in this reason in something that may not have ever had any reason to explain that. It's like it just makes extra writing for me. I suddenly have to explain why you're this way. And, this is supposed to be a totally different thing. And, I haven't told you what the plot is, but if I have to suddenly start changing the plot to accommodate, which sounds wrong, but it's like it's like, you know, this is only 5 sessions. This is technically a one shot. It's like this isn't meant to be accommodating for all the kooky stuff you guys want to be fitting in. It's like we have a story and a time frame to get through.
Also, it's the 80s.
Also,
Please remember, it's the 80s.
Also, yes, it's the 80s, so it's like we can do that can of worms, and I'll try and do it as tactfully and respectfully given our current time and sensibilities, but it probably wouldn't be a fun roleplay experience. Because the 80s were different, and they had that, like, big girls
Don't Tell was the norm.
Well, they had like the Big Girls Don't Cry movie where that sort of thing happened, and it's super awkward. Was that in the 80s?
I don't remember, but I know the homosexual lifestyle was generally don't ask, don't tell, and if you ever outed yourself, you were metaphorically fucked.
Oh no, it's not Big Girls Don't Cry. It's
Or I should say, came out of the closet before you were successful. You were screwed.
Oh, yeah, I'm way off. That's a 2002 film. Yeah, that didn't happen yet. But yeah, that's one of those where, oof, that's awkward. Maybe I'm still thinking of the wrong movie.
Are you thinking of The Crying Game?
The Crying. No, not The Crying Game. No, it's the one where it's a gay girl pretends to be a boy to impress a girl she likes, and some bad stuff happens to her when the actual girl's boyfriend finds out, and it gets awkward, and it's not a...
That doesn't sound like any 80s movie I can think of.
I think it was a 90s or early 2000, but yeah,
early 2000s.
But I think it was set in the 80s, but it was made in the late 90s. Anyways, let's not dwell on that.
I'm trying to think of a good iconic item.
Oh, favorite song.
Weird Kid?
For Weird Kid. I didn't want to pick one that's like a razor blade. That's a little dark.
No, it's great that there are options here. You could have like a stuffed animal and make it a familiar. I don't know, throwing out ideas. Or you can have a pet. They do have like pet rat listed, so you could have like a weird animal.
Owen did have a cat. She could have a cat.
You're a weirdo, and there's a fucking raven or a crow sitting on the bed there.
What's everyone else's story?
So being related to Olwen probably wouldn't work because Olwen's whole deal is she's kind of by herself. Like, it's just her and her mom for reasons, and Olwen is kind of weirdo. And because her mom's kind of like into that Wiccan stuff.
Oh, you and I are definitely friends.
So she kind of, like, everyone calls her like Witch Girl and like throws stuff at her because, you know, 80s kids were pretty cruel.
All kids are cruel, but
So
yeah.
she doesn't really have anybody backing her for the most part. Like, that's probably part of the reason why she hangs out with you guys, is because you don't seem to dislike her, and she kind of glommed onto that. But she doesn't have anyone at her house besides her mom, which is why her mom is her anchor.
I believe you and I are definitely friends, and here's why. I believe our parents, our two mothers, probably met at a Mothers Association meeting and became fast friends because my mother is a hippie and all into the forest and trees and shit, and yours is a Wiccan. So yours is far more into the religious aspect of something very similar. So they had two things very much in common. And then we were introduced, and well, we have similar interests, though you're more into the mystical side, or I'm more into the scientific and actual arrangement side. If that makes any sense.
Kind of.
Trying to make it make sense. But basically, anybody that makes fun of you for being a little witch girl, I go over and kick the shit out of. Or attempt to. Sometimes I lose those fights, but I don't care. Because they're making fun of one of my friends, and that's not something I let stand.
I'd probably beat them with a hockey stick. No,
That will get you arrested.
I'm not a troublemaker.
No, you just go over and you're like, hey, come on. I'm captain of the hockey team. You just leave her alone. And they're like, oh, man, well,
Ah, you
Like,
showed
yeah, the
us.
captain of the girls'
Fine.
hockey team.
never mind, beat him up.
Punch him anyway. But my anchor, as I said before, is my mother. My pride, I've written down, I'm never afraid to stand up to people bigger than me.
I think that'd be more of a drive.
My drive is my friends truly understand me.
I took Anchor, little sister. I haven't really fleshed out the family. I figured dad. If I'm pulling from normal experience, dad's a Navy man, kind of out a lot. Mom's stay at home, trying to do her best, but doesn't really listen.
Why does all of our stories have like single mother figures?
Because we all come from a broken family.
That is
Yeah.
not true.
Most of us come from a broken family.
Because the DM isn't making a character? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Frost can have a normal family.
Does
a
Frost have a
normal-
normal family?
Yeah.
We don't pry into Frost's
Also,
life.
Frost hasn't described their character at all.
He hasn't told us anything about
He's
it.
a nerd.
Never
Fucking
will.
nerd.
Nerd.
You know what? You know what I think you two should do, Shay and Morph? You two should be brother and sister, but step brother and sister.
Oh snap! No, I'm kidding.
I'm not actually a boy anymore.
Okay, well, okay, sorry.
Stepsisters.
Stepsisters.
I don't know who this kid one is, but they sound awesome.
Yeah, I want to hang out with Kid One.
Kid One is so cool.
That's my nickname.
You're the kid.
I guess we could do the divorced parent thing. I'm more. That's
I mean-
more close to my home life.
More people should be collaborating on this and not just piggybacking.
I was just putting the
I'm-
stuff there.
I'm not talking about you.
You talking about me?
I am. Speak up. Be more involved.
No, I'm listening and I'm writing stuff down so that I can think of what to do.
Okay.
I took the pride. I can still play. I can still win. And the drive, it's the right thing to do.
Put me in, coach.
I
Put
read
me in, coach.
the reason why my pride isn't my drive is because prides are generally can be used mechanically in certain situations, and it's just like, oh god, I failed a fear check to stand up to this adult. Well, I don't care, it's my pride. I succeed anyway. That was an example given in the book. So I was like, okay, so my pride should be something that makes sense for my character, but can be used in a given situation. Well, my drive is more of a defining RP trait. Or that's how I saw it. For the record, Frost, my character will not call you William Buxley Jr. You are known as Will, and will forever be known as Will.
Billy.
Why not Billy.
Billy Bucks.
Do you want Billy?
Billy.
Billy
Buxley.
Buxley. Oh god.
No, it would just be Billy Bucks. Oh, Billy
Or we
Bucks.
call him BJ.
He could be BJ. That was an acceptable.
80s,
That was
no
an
one
acceptable
understands.
'80s name.
WBJ.
I was gonna say Willie.
Yeah, Willie.
I'll go with Billy. I will be nice, because I'm not a mean character.
Good
Owen
old
probably calls him by his full name.
William Buxley Jr. She would.
William Buxley Jr.
Okay, why are we
God,
doing this? We've got an easy name for him. He's just Junior.
That's a good point, actually.
But BJ sounds cooler.
No, you just want to do the joke.
It's the 80s, there is no joke.
I'll call him BJ. Out of character, he'd be like, "You motherfucker!" I don't just smile at him.
Hee.
Nice door.
So, Morph, did you want to be step siblings?
Okay.
That is up to you. Like I said, I have not fleshed out my
This is
my
the,
living arrangement just yet. I'm perfectly okay with it.
so
Sure.
otherwise has everyone picked a drive? Because the drive doesn't depend on other people. Same with the problem.
Yes, I
Yes.
told you what my drive is.
Yep,
Uh-huh.
I pretty
You're
much
a binder.
got.
Shay,
pretty
what's
much
your problem in drive?
Still fleshing that out, but I have an idea.
Okay. Share the idea.
Parents are kind of,
How dare you?
I don't know, parents are disinterested in me? I'm not sure. And then drive, I don't know yet.
Okay.
That's true of all the adults in this world, because
No,
Well, I mean,
parents
like,
are still interested. They just don't pay attention to what's happening in
They
your
don't get it.
mystery.
They don't see the fantasy; they just see real life.
All right. So
But like, to give an example, Shay, like your parents are too focused on their careers, and having a working mother is a little odd in the '80s, but is a thing.
I mean, it was starting to become common.
But are just like they're career parents, and they're just like, we had a kid, but the kid takes care of themselves, so whatever.
if
That
we're
was me
step
growing
siblings,
up.
then it's really not that far off, because one of us would have had to have the single mother who needed to still provide at the time and then got remarried. So maybe they just kept working.
Yep.
But yeah.
I believe my mother doesn't work. She just got all that benefit money from
Oh yeah, you're
Sergeant Nine in the military.
probably writing some life insurance.
That too. And being left with a child, it's just like, well, the government now provides for her lifestyle.
All right.
What skill do you think a pet cat would give to?
I don't believe it would necessarily gives a skill. I believe what it is you give the DM a certain situation that it would be used in, and
Yeah.
the DM will tell you what to use it
You would
with.
you would get a circumstance bonus based on justifying using it at the scene.
All right, I'm gonna keep it, even though you cannot use a cat to do anything because they're cats, and
Not true.
they don't give a shit about
Totally
you.
not true. Ike is
I brought you murder presents.
Thank you for the murder present, Ike. You're the best.
I don't think you can feed yourself, human. Here you go.
I'm just waiting for us to try and sneak into the school at night. The security guard. Hey, you kids, what are you doing? Pocket cat.
Just throw the cat. Get him, Mr. Mittens.
It's just this ball of rage and fury.
Good old Mr. Mittens.
Oh, and where did you get that cat? From the train yard.
Found it.
It's like, where were you keeping it? In my hat.
In my
Wait,
backpack.
Wait. Hold
Have you
on.
picked his name yet, Shay?
Compliments of Pro Jared. Just in time for this joke.
It's high noon. wait, I can do that better. It's high noon.
Uh,
My God.
So bad.
It's supposed to be bad.
It's so bad, it's good.
I think I'm the youngest at 12.
Little whippersnapper.
I'm 12 too, thank you very much.
I'm going down to 11.
Wow.
It's like, nope, it's canon now. You two share a class.
They're added an A.
Look, I already have it then. William and Owen
She
hang
added
out at
a
lunch
name,
because,
guys.
two weird kids hanging out together.
Morph, mine still shows you don't have a last name.
Though, while we're on the
It's on the sheet. It's just not on the handout.
Oh, Preston.
Yes, I chose Preston.
Ashley Kid one. Wow. Taravana. So, I mean, if you guys are step siblings, you should have the same last name. So,
Not
Well,
Necessarily.
no, mine.
as stepkids, you really don't get that choice, especially in the 80s.
Yeah, true.
This isn't
We never
this
did
isn't
that.
the late 90s, sir.
Rin is like, hold on, let me ask the parents. Hey, parents. Yes, parents? What do you want to name your kids? Oh, I think they should have the same name. All right.
We definitely took on the same last name. She's not educated or liberated enough for a hyphen. I mean, even then you would have hyphened. You wouldn't have. I mean, although, I suppose since Shay is the rocker, she probably could be like, fuck it, I'm not taking my stepdad's last name. And even though she is legally written as Preston now, she's still like, my last name is such and such because that was the name I was born with. Being a, rocker rebel. It's a thought.
Yeah, it is.
I saw the
I'm all
name
good.
quickly change to Preston, and now it's probably going back.
Oh, it went back. But, yeah, so I think I will put that note down so that I can have it come up and cause issues where they're like, Ashley Preston, and it's like, no, it's Taravana. It's like, you're listed as Preston. It's like, it's Taravana.
Fuck you.
Time to go to the principal's office again, Miss Preston.
Yeah, it's
Meanwhile, every time that happens, Hayden's just sitting in class going, oh, why won't she like my family?
Yep. Probably with a bit of disdain. And speaking of which,
Just sad lip quivers.
while looking at the sheets as well, conditions are a thing we need to go over as well. Because you can't die as children, instead, when you suffer failures, you take on things called conditions. So whenever there's a trouble scene and you try and do something, or if you push the dice roll, you may be forced to take on one of these conditions. But the conditions basically just tack on a -1 penalty to your roll. Additional conditions are cumulative, and I believe they go down the list in order. Conditions are also an indicator of how to play the kid. No, they're not in order, but based on what the circumstances, I might say, yeah, failing this makes you upset, so then you take on a -1 for having this condition. Or it's that robot's super scary, so you take on the scared condition for failing. And
All 4 mild conditions are marked, and you take another condition, you are broken.
Yep. And broken is automatic failures.
Something really bad has happened, you are mentally or physically hurt, and you will automatically fail all dice rolls until healed.
So it's like you fell and broke your arm. So you are not able to participate in the scene anymore until you get medical treatment.
Or you spend time with your anchor.
Yep. Well, that would, you go and you spend time with your anchor to get rid of the conditions. The broken is, there has to be serious story intervention.
Gotcha.
What's a good favorite song?
For you, as in,
describe your character to me.
She's a punk
she's
rock.
a punk rocker. Max, we need 80s. We need 80s
Anything
song
from
for
Billy Idol.
Get Out.
What?
She's a punk rocker.
Yeah, well, we're
Do you-
talking 80s rock.
Do you secretly like Billy Idol?
But I was just-
Good.
Oh, White Wedding, thank you very
yeah,
much.
White Wedding's awesome, so shut up.
Get Out.
No, try and refute me.
It's a
I will fight
nice
you.
day for a White Wedding.
I will fight you. Although, I mean,
There's also the
Looking at
problem that a lot of-
some of these young Billy idols, I could see Shay gravitating towards it.
There's also the problem that a lot of the old 80s heavy metal was outlawed due to the whole satanic panic.
I mean, yeah, that's why she would rebel and do it.
AC/DC, good choice.
Judas Priest.
I mean, you can still go with Twisted Sister. You can do Kiss. You can do any of the good obvious choices. There is no wrong answer. Hell, if you go Oingo Boingo, I will not shame you.
I
I know, you
I
shamed the
went
shit out of
Oingo
me
Boingo.
for suggesting Billy Idol's White Wedding.
It's also such a shitty song. Fight
How
me.
dare you? I will.
There's a lot of good AC/DC songs. Help me pick one.
What are your options? What
Shaq
are
O'Hagan.
your options?
Seeing your character, the thing that pops right on top of my head is Back in Black.
When did Thunder come out?
I don't know. Thunderstruck?
Yeah, Thunderstruck.
Let me wiki it and I'll tell you. Thunderstruck, 1990.
Damn. That's always a good one. Thunder. Oh, that's no good then. Let's
Hell's Bells.
put up an 80s list.
Hell's Bells is available. For Those About to Rock is also available.
High Voltage, TNT, TNT, Dynamite. There Be Rock, Power Ridge, Highway to Hell is 79. Back in Black is 80, so yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Back in Black.
You could take a Flick the Switch. Hoo hoo hoo. Ball
But
break.
Hell's Bells.
Oh, that's
I
95.
want that one too.
Yeah, it kind of jumps after a while.
Yeah, it does. If you want to just shake everyone to the core, though,
Right, changing that.
You can
if you
do.
want to shake Master of Puppets by Metallica.
There's also 86 is Shook Me All Night Long. Shook me all night long.
It's a little
Yeah,
bit of an
you.
earlier song. but-
Actually, that's a re-release. It came out in 1980. Rock and Roll Ain't No Noise Pollution. Also the same time as Hell's Bells. Noise Pollution. Oh! Zerg,
Thanks,
hello!
Frost.
You're welcome.
Zerg continuing their gift subscription
Yay.
from September. Well, thank you, Zerg, for continuing your sub. You are awesome.
I don't think this will work for your theme song, but I enjoy it thoroughly.
It's officially October.
It's for me and run into the ghosts.
Goes. But yes, Corey, I did see what you said last night, where why aren't we just playing Vampire the Masquerade, which I
Getting
may...
the PDF is hard.
That's probably true. I could just buy it and do what I did with Tales, where it's like, I bought it, and now, because I own this copy, I'm sharing it with the people playing. Fight me.
It's only $40.
Is it real? Is the PDF $40?
Yeah, for Vampire Masquerade 5th Edition core.
Oh, get fucked. That is ridiculous.
Oh, it's 40 pounds, so I don't know what
Oh, so it's like $50.
Yeah, no. It's
Yeah.
a freaking PDF. No.
$52.99.
Hey,
Keep
Just-
going,
guys.
please.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, this is the hardcover book. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, PDFs are usually half the cost.
White Wolf isn't doing so well.
No, they aren't.
they
They're
need
they're
more.
trying.
Never done well.
Oh, hey, a
Oh,
PDF
thank you,
of 5th
Frost. I
Edition.
needed that in my life.
Oh, no, this is an alpha
The
tab
test
product. I was like, I found one already. It's like, no, that's an alpha. Deluxe rulebook, Modipus. Ooh, that one's listed as 99. Ooh, ooh. That switched over from pounds. So if we wanted to order the 5th edition Deluxe rulebook, it's $130.
Yeah.
Just, White Wolf, you think way too highly of yourself. I mean, but if you want to sponsor us, White Wolf, we will definitely put in some real time to play it if you want to.
Wink
Just
that
saying.
camera repeatedly.
Wink. Yeah, I mean,
Well, we could be the coolest vampires, and by that I mean we'd be the lamest vampires.
I keep seeing different people playing it, and despite how silly the trigger warning that I would have to announce every session would be, it looks really fun, and I want to play a Malkavian. I want to be just unhinged.
Don't take that from me.
You know,
That's
you could-
my
you know you
favorite
could put
clan
that-
to be on.
They're so cool!
You can take that warning, put it on like a splash screen, so you don't even have to say it. You
It's
just leave
true.
it up there.
But Corey, yes, I agree. Malkavians are awesome. I want to be one.
My favorite character, which is if we get this, I'm bringing him back, was a genius psychologist, Malkavian, that ran a mental institution, which was also his feeding ground. And his condition was that he believed inanimate objects was always speaking to him. And he would carry on intelligent conversations with them
Nice.
to the extent that he would ignore real people.
Cool. How's every... just going to segue us back as much as I want to talk about Vampire for...
Back to that. Back to Tales.
How is everybody doing on their characters?
I'm about that.
I'm
Okay,
done.
great.
I'm done too.
So with S being about done,
I'm not sure.
Most
always
of us are not done.
it's like there's always the contrarian. All right.
I'm not sure. It needs relationships because we've sort of talked about those.
Yeah,
We're working our way there. I just need the sheet stuff done before I start asking you the hardball questions.
It is on it.
Are you done with your sheet mostly?
Yes, I changed my my song.
What's the song now?
Don't Stop Me Now. I'm
Also,
still going with,
no, also a great choice.
I'm still going with my queen rule, so I changed
I like
Don't
it.
Stop Me Now.
I like it. I mean, you could have picked like Killer Queen too, but that's also good. Don't Stop Me Now is a great song. I will rock out to that forever.
Well, can
Yeah.
we rock out to it while we're beating up a giant zombie man?
Fuck yeah,
Yes.
you can.
Yay!
All right, so let's segue over to your hideout. The kids will have a hideout together where they can be alone and safe. The players should agree on what their hideout is and where it's located. I cannot have NPCs ever find this hideout unless you, the kids, show these NPCs. You have to specifically give... They're fucking vampires. You have to give them permission to enter your hideout. We segued back to
Everybody's a
vampire.
vampire?
Yeah, everybody's a vampire. You haven't been blooded yet.
I had an idea.
Password is taco.
If I may share with everyone. Since we're in the Northeast, that means, well, let's see.
Lots of
fall.
forest.
It's fall. There's lots of forest. There's lots of lakes. We're in a small town, and that
Very
means
cold.
And it's not that cold. Not in the fall. Not in October.
Depending on where
Dude,
you
I
are.
fucking live here.
I know. And in the 80s, we had in 80s through 90s, we had actual seasons where it gradually became colder.
I grew
I
up
remember
in New
my
Jersey.
childhood.
I don't remember seasons, sir.
I grew up in
we had-
Connecticut. I remember
We
seasons.
grew up in very different sections of New Jersey because I
I
went
just-
It
from
was just like fall and spring, and that's it. The whole.
no, I remember hot as fuck to the leaves turning brown. And I sometimes wore a t-shirt, sometimes wore a sweater. To cold as fuck and snow is everywhere. To oh god, the flowers are out. And I sometimes in a sweater, sometimes in a t-shirt, and I'm dying. To hot as fuck. That was my childhood experience.
So, tell us about this awesome idea.
Anyway, segueing back.
Mhm.
So that means the forests are really pretty, and it would probably make a great place to build like a minor wooden clubhouse, like we do. That's what kids of the 80s would do.
The Shed Club.
We are not the Losers Club. We are not cool enough to be a part of the Losers Club.
Wow.
We don't also have psychic powers, so
We also don't all have psychic powers. That's true.
Wow.
Man.
I mean,
Probably
you
one of
might. You might. I may not have. I may not have specified where in the Northeast you were. You could be in Maine.
I'm
Oh,
gonna move out.
fuck.
I'm moving
Me
out.
too.
See you
I'm
guys.
out.
Bye.
Nope. Too many Eldritch horrors show up in Maine.
I withdraw my game or my
But-
character.
So I know you said you had a cat, but you actually have a
Cthulhu?
turtle. No, I was going to make an
No.
actual reference.
I have a turtle.
Yeah, you have a turtle.
I don't want a turtle.
You have
Well,
you have a turtle
talks to
now.
you.
Yeah,
That's less useful than a cat.
he
But
teaches
somewhere-
you how to harness your psychic powers.
But somewhere that's just in the backwoods of where in the cul-de-sac that we all live in. And really, it's only like a 10-minute walk from the house, but no one goes there to find us.
Hmm.
But like, look, those woods are boring. There's nothing out there. Perfect place.
Perfect place.
All the parents are like, the only boy that's going out there is the nerdy kid. They're fine.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about that.
Oh man. Oh wait, no. There's two boys.
There's two boys. Jason's also a guy.
The
It's
trouble.
like Jason
The
is a
troublemaker
boy.
is also there.
Oh my bad.
And
Sorry,
he's-
hold on. Let me refresh.
He may do.
only
He
one-
may do lewd things to you.
The only two
Daughter.
boys that are the only two boys that are going out there. One of them's a nerd, and one of them likes flowers. They're fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
the other one
yeah.
likes flowers.
He does like flowers. He's one of those hippie kids. So you don't have to worry about him.
Hey,
Of course,
hippie love.
William's
Wow.
keeping all the
This is
sound
the
systems going.
'80s. Hippie love is considered a totally different thing.
Yeah, we're talking hugs and kisses, not where your mind's going. If your mind is going there, that would also make my character gay.
I mean, maybe.
Free
Maybe,
love,
we don't
man.
know.
I mean, somebody's gonna have to step up and keep you all anchored after dealing with the sewer clown.
Oh no.
I'm out. See ya.
That's what really happened. That's what really happened to Morph's true little sister.
Oh no!
Don't worry, William. We'll save everybody by spelling out boobies on the calculator for a good laugh for everybody.
Nailed it. That's why you picked it, guys. And if
Hang
I
on. Did
Hey,
calculators
yes,
exist
if you
in
get
the 80s?
If you get
Yeah.
a second,
They were huge.
That's the problem.
yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
big ass pocket calculator. Go ahead,
Hey.
Shay.
It's a pocket.
Willie, if you get a second calculator and put those next to each other, what does that mean?
It's like downloading more RAM. It just makes everything better.
This
But-
is the 80s. No one knows what downloading is.
Nobody knows what RAM is.
No,
I
we
mean,
know what RAM
well,
is.
hold on. Time
They think it's
out.
the
Time
farm
out.
animal.
Time out. You guys may not know what downloading and RAM is, but Willie over here is the
Knows what
computer
RAM is.
nerd. He has a subscription to Nintendo Insider and PC Monthly,
Does he also have ARPANET?
probably.
Yeah, well, look, we don't talk about that, okay?
I mean, let's see. Hold on. I
Those
gotta.
government nerds
I gotta
that do
check. I
something.
gotta check my reference before I say
Anyway,
something.
Corey,
Damn
what-
it!
what-
Hackers came out in '95. Never mind. Disregard. Abort.
What is it? What is the hideout idea?
He wanted a
Just like
treehouse.
a treehouse out in the woods. That's like literally only a 10-minute walk from where we are, but where we live in the cul-de-sac, because we're all cul-de-sac kids. But that doesn't. The adults still don't come and find us, as Rin said. The only two. You're worried about the daughters. The only two boys out there is one's a nerd, the other one's in the flower power. It's fine.
Mhm.
It's true.
No testosterone between the two.
Wow.
Wow. That is an
And
utter
I'm-
lie.
And I mean,
But that's
let's
something the adults say behind his back, which only angers my child even more.
let's be real. Hayden hasn't started developing yet, anyway, so y'all don't need to worry about her.
Wow.
That's why she.
Wow.
That's why she joined the sports team, because she's not cool enough for the popular kids yet, because she's still in a training bra.
Why are we going in this in depth?
It's Corey. It's a joke that actual teenagers and stuff make.
I'm watching this joke fly way over my head. and
I know.
Yeah.
I am
These are the problems girls worry about, flower power.
I feel like I just got attacked. Was I attacked?
No, you got hit in a drive-by. You dead, son.
I agree with the treehouse, so I'm cool with that.
The treehouse of horrors.
It's like hell. He
No.
probably helped. Jason probably built it with the help of the creepy witch child, who may or may not have some
All right,
secret
so-
power.
Is everybody has to be in agreement on the hideout. If there's other ideas, you pitch them now. Otherwise, we put it to a vote.
I like it.
I like a treehouse, but you have to use a rope to get up to it.
Okay.
William
And there's
built
like a
small
little pulley
elevator
stuff.
pulley.
Yeah, a little pulley thing.
I was gonna say, I really hope that there's a pulley because Olwen's not getting up that rope.
All right. So,
And Jason, every time before we leave the treehouse, Jason throws the rope up, and he'll physically climb the tree to knock it down for the others.
all right. Well, so now comes the fun part. Now comes the fun part. Now comes the fun part. Let's see. On a number between 1 and 5.
Really?
Fine.
Really?
Funny
Really?
It
joke.
looked like the funny joke was over the head.
Just fucking flashed up there, and I was like, really?
Alright, so number 4, which is Olwen. Let's see.
Oh no!
What does Olwen dream about at night?
Like, this actually works with the sweet dreams, doesn't it?
It could.
So like, is it?
You tell
I
me.
suppose, like, what? So there's no
What do you
context,
what
like,
do
I
you
just get
what
to-
do you dream about at night?
She dreams about drowning.
Interesting.
Oh, hey,
All right. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. No,
very interesting.
very interesting. Dun, 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 dun. Ashley. Let's see. Do you have siblings? What do you think about them?
No biological siblings. I have a step sister. Is
Yes.
that what we are?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So step sister. She's pretty cool. We hang out. Other kids are cool. Fuck parents.
All right.
Not a fan of stepdad.
Fuck no.
Billy. What is your experience with robots?
With robots in general,
Sure.
I'm super fascinated with them. He's probably like trying to build a bunch of little crap at home to see if he can make stuff himself.
Interesting.
Probably
Interesting.
has like a bunch of fantasy books about, you know, like robot fiction and stuff.
Good, good. All right. Well, I left it up to random, but since I actually managed to get everybody but Jason, I'll pose this next one to you.
I didn't get a
Jason.
question.
Well, shut up. I didn't ask you. I'm kidding. All right, let's see. I'll roll it then. 3. Which is Jason. Fuck you, Morph. You don't get a question.
Jason.
Jason! Jason, what's your favorite food?
Weird one.
Does your hippie mom try to make you eat tofu? And like
Hell, he
not
probably
and
likes
like
it.
and like not good 80s tofu?
I'm trying to remember all of that. Artichoke with butter.
Wow, this kid is gay.
Yep.
You are. Super gay.
It is so specific. Artichoke with butter.
Yep, that's an artichoke. Okay, I had to
All
make sure
right.
I was thinking of the right plant.
Hayden. I'm Hayden Christensen.
Oh.
No.
Oh, got a ping. What's that? Ping, ping, ping. Ping, pong, ping, 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 ping.
Hey.
Giggles! Welcome back for the subscribe train. Aw, how you doing, buddy? Alright, so Hayden.
Yes.
Hayden.
Thank you.
Hayden. In what way has your problem gone from bad to worse lately?
Probably with the onset of puberty. It's not making it any easier to try and prove that I can play on the same team as the boys. Especially when a lot of them are getting bigger than I am.
I'm just gonna put down puberty. Because, yeah, no, that explains all of it. Alright, excellent. Chooses 4 to 6 questions. This directed at the kids. Distribute them one at a time. Okay, cool. This is a question for the group. Who is the leader?
I'll fight you for it.
William Buxton Jr.
It is definitely not William Buxley Jr.
Slowly raise hand.
Morph said he will wrestle you for it, and she's a
I
tomboy.
will
She could
wrestle
probably
him as well.
kick your ass.
Hey, I don't know. Who actually has points in leader?
Continues to
No,
raise hand.
I mean, no. You need to think of these answers as the kids, not based on statistics.
I mean, the sport kid probably will be the leader.
Probably the sport kid, especially since, the angry kid might get you more in trouble. The sports kid will have an actual solution to the problem.
Look. Poorly written lyrics aside, Raphael is not the leader of the Turtles.
Oh, that's so true. Oof.
He is now.
Good reason for that.
Oh,
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, back is starting to hurt. Time to take some aspirin.
Uh,
So, is the consensus on the sports kid then?
that's Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Anakin is the leader.
So how did you feel about ruining Star Wars before Star Wars then got ruined again?
I read the script and went, this is where the fun begins.
There's pod racing. What the hell is pod racing? I don't know. All right, so yeah, who is the leader? Hayden. Is that final answer?
C.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then let's see. Ooh, what sets you apart from the other kids?
Is this like a question for all of us, or a
It's
question
the group.
for
I
What
could think of
what sets
something-
your group apart?
We've killed somebody before. Wait, no.
I can think of something very obvious. All of our original fathers are missing.
Mine is.
Yes. I mean,
But
yeah.
I've got a happy nuclear family.
I mean,
Okay,
yeah, I was
Jim.
gonna, I was gonna say, it's like, did the two of you decide that it's a,
Damn it, that's fine for
your
us as
parent,
the normal family.
well, because they're step siblings, and so if all the fathers were missing, it's like, do your parents introduce each other as, or are they known in the cul-de-sac as the two sisters living together because it's the 80s? But they don't look anything alike. Shut up! Don't
Way
ask
to
questions.
kill off my dad, Corey.
Sorry. I'm only thinking of like 3 people. I'm sorry.
Gonna-
I'm moving
gonna-
on.
He was
add
written on
a
screen.
note. Morph's dad dies. Start of mystery.
No.
All right.
The game picks up at the funeral.
Oh gosh. Okay, we're gonna
Whoa.
we're gonna segue from this topic and go
What
back
really
into
sets us apart.
yeah.
We don't conform to the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We've got the gardening angry hippie. We've got the nerd, the little Wiccan child, the punk rocker, who's into heavy metal, which is banned throughout most of the country, and she's like accused of being a Satan worshiper.
So should
And
I put down Breakfast Club?
And then we have Morv, who's playing the tomboy, the girl that wants to play with all the boys.
And yet hangs out with a nerd and a flower child as her friends who are boys.
It's because she's rejected by everyone else.
I just think it's funny.
She's rejected the social norm.
Like, to be fair, I hang out with my sister probably when I protect all the time. Help protect.
She must
Help
protect.
protect.
Yeah, we help protect Olwen.
Always ends in tragedy.
Owen does always end in tragedy. Anybody want to not get super close to Owen?
Everyone she knows dies.
Everybody I know dies. I've seen so much death and I'm only 11 years old. This is a fucked up town we live in.
You need to stop playing Owen.
Does everybody Owen knows boffins or something?
No, I'll tell you later, Frost.
Good old boffins.
All dead.
Boffins McScrewball. Alright, so I've got the horrible information I need.
Sounds good.
So everybody understands. Okay, so I feel like I should run by the idea of how things work again. So just so you and chat all know, this is a collaborative storytelling game. So basically the way this will work is I will build a scene, pose a question to you guys, or whoever's in the spotlight, or the group, where it's like, hey, we're starting the scene at Hayden and Ashley's house. Hayden and Ashley, tell me what your house looks like, who's currently home right now. And then I would hand the floor over to the two of you, and you guys would help build the scene, and, we'd play it out as things are going. So if you're like, it's morning, what does your morning routine look like? So, if you're like, yeah, we get up, we do this and that, and we go down to breakfast, then we'll play out, a scene of you guys having breakfast with your parents on their way to work or something like that. And then, we would segue to you guys leaving for school, and then I would jump to Jason, and we would do the same thing. Jason, what does your house look like? How does your morning routine go? Is your mom doing yoga while you're trying to eat gluten-free bread? Gluten wasn't a thing in the 80s. Gluten didn't exist in the 80s.
No!
I mean, isn't gluten just in bread?
Yeah, no, the gluten panic wasn't a thing until the early 2000s.
Recently.
Yeah.
She just hands him a kale smoothie as he goes out the door.
I don't think smoothies were a thing really in the 80s.
I don't think people ate
I
kale
know, I
at
was
that
thinking
point either.
that wasn't a thing in the 80s either.
Yeah.
Or recent.
Kale is just a
Also,
made-up
Ka-
superfood.
Also, kale is fucking delicious. So don't make fun of kale. I will
Kale
fight you.
cooked right is delicious.
Kale cooked-
They-
Kale cooked right is so good.
just like I will argue, because I make this at home, Brussels sprouts cooked right are
Brussels
amazing.
sprouts cooked right are really good.
But to be fair, I was never making fun of the kale itself. I was making fun of the fad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean... anyways. And so, after a couple scenes, then I start, segueing you guys into stuff where, a problem will come up, and then it'll, once again be, you guys want to go, out into the forest looking for such and such. Oh no, you've run across the popular kids and the bullies, How do you guys get around dealing with them? Do you, go and talk to them? Do you try and walk by? Do you try and sneak by? And based on the things you guys try and do determines how the scene progresses and, if you can overcome those challenges. And, basically we treat this like a movie where we just go scene to scene until we get to the end of it, until the end of the session. All sound good? Works for everybody? And so basically that's it. So we will finish off the character creation with me asking once again what everybody's theme song was.
Weird Science by Oingo Boingo.
Hell yeah, good choice.
Thriller by Michael Jackson.
Mhm.
Thriller by Michael Jackson.
Gotcha. Thriller, okay.
Shook Me All Night Long.
Shook Me All Night Long by AC/DC. Olwyn, what did you have?
Sweet Dreams by Eurythmic.
Sweet Dreams by Eurythmic. Oh, the actual Fazbo stopped playing music. And then... who am I missing? Hayden. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Got it. Alright, well, people, I will see you all tomorrow. So that everyone
really
can...
hard when everyone's theme song comes on for me to not sing along. I'm just gonna mute myself. Every
Dude, we can't play the theme song.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't play them. I can do
No.
I can do really bad a cappella renditions of them, of course.
Then I won't sing along.
Yeah.
Actually, no. What I'll just do for myself is I'll put the theme song on YouTube.
Weird Science.
I think if it's like tone shifted enough, you can play it. So if you get like
It won't be on
Chip
stream.
tune
I'll
versions
just,
of
put
them.
it on I'll just have the theme song queued up myself.
Weird Science.
No one's listening to me.
I heard you. You tone shift it. I don't
That's
know how to do that, unfortunately.
Well, what I was trying to say is if you find like chiptune versions or something like that of those songs
Ooh,
that
that's
don't
a nice-
actually have like the lyrics but just still play the music,
that's a really good idea. I'll look
Get
into
MIDI
that.
versions.
that might not actually get claimed. So
I'll look into that.
Also, question: what year is this taking place again?
We are in October of '87.
Oh, good. So yes, computers have been out for a while.
So we're gonna have to think of Halloween.
Do you have an Apple II?
That may be a question that comes up, Rez. So yeah, you guys should probably think of Halloween costumes.
I've got the hockey stick. All I need is a mask.
Yeah, it is all you need.
Are you gonna go as Casey Jones?
Did he come out? Was he in the
Shit, was he out? I think he
No.
was.
I don't think
Uh,
He was in the cartoon. When did the cartoon come out? The cartoon was late '80s too.
Air dates.
1990. Damn it. Nope, you can't be Casey Jones. I'm sorry.
He was first voiced by Pat Fraley in the 1987 series.
Oh, 87?
I think that's when the cartoon originally came out.
1987 series, but we don't know if Casey Jones showed
Well,
up.
he said Casey Jones was voiced.
His character's first
Hold on,
appearance is
hold on.
Raphael number 1,
Yep.
1985.
There you go,
Just
Casey
saw
Jones.
that. Yep, Casey Jones.
But the real question is Hayden cool enough to know about Ninja Turtles?
If it's anything like my childhood, yes.
Yeah, but
Everybody
you gotta think like a girl.
No,
A girl who pretty much wishes she was a boy.
That's fair.
Even better, you have.
I just want the
ankle-molded-
justification, so that works for me.
Oof. Actually,
I love-
it's
I love-
possible. It's very possible that we don't know about it. The turtles will only be 3 years old at the time of the game. That's possibly not enough time to hit their stride.
we're friend with the nerd.
That's a good point.
Exactly. You're welcome.
Was the cartoon out by then?
No,
The comics are.
The comics are.
It was just the first. Oh, actually, the first animated season came out in
Oh damn!
'87.
December of '87.
Oh. Okay,
this
so-
goes to alternate history. We can get away with it.
It's a stretch though. It's a real stretch.
Because it says the show began its official run in October 1st, 1988, so we could say it's just back 1 year.
I could say it's October of '88. You guys
We're
could
all
be.
going as the Turtles, and Hayden is Casey Jones.
That'll
I
work.
love
I
it.
like it. I mean, you all have to agree. You all have to agree.
Oh my god!
I agree
love,
to this.
No, I love it. I love thinking about Hayden's like mom dressing her up like April O'Neil, but she still puts on the hockey mask and the hockey stick to go around like she's Casey April.
She just no. She stuffs the Casey Jones outfit into her backpack.
Yeah, it's hidden by the mailbox once she leaves, and the mom can't see it anymore.
I feel
This
like
is
we'll
why
have
we
to-
don't get along, Nora.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow. Shay, she refers to your mom by the first name. How do you take that?
Ow.
Wow.
I think it's going to be very interesting trying to get Ashley to agree to dress up as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think.
So here's
Or
the
she
problem:
could
is
dress up
Ashley like Ashley has the Casey Jones stash away, but she's
Well-
Leonardo.
Dad is Jack and nothing more.
Ooh. Step douche.
Oh baby, this is gonna.
I don't know
be
why you
fun.
call him that. His name's not even Jack.
His name is Jack.
His name is Jack. Last name Miov. Okay.
He does nothing but Jack.
Oh.
Wow.
The internal conflict is like your best sisters, but the internal conflict over this is real.
I love it.
So we just hate each other's. We just hate our step parents
Pretty much.
You're
Which
like
is
best
normal.
friends, but you really
because
hate
your
each other
mom
separately.
tries to make me a girly girl. My dad is just. I don't know.
Probably doesn't appreciate the loud music.
I
He
mean,
doesn't appreciate the loud music.
we all know that Hayden's dad's really named David, and he's a security guard, and he also fought in Nam.
Oh no, I did smack.
Don't smack me.
I'm gonna dye my hair blue.
Yeah, you're gonna dye your hair blue. Fall in with the wrong crowd.
I don't think I get the reference.
Life is
Life
strange.
is Strange reference.
Oh, I got you.
I actually
It
got
turned.
that.
It turns out that they portray him as an asshole because of Chloe being just a bad person, and then you find out that he's the hero you deserve the whole time.
Yep. Grid.
Yes.
Stranger Things spoilers.
What?
Life is strange.
Oh, Life is Strange. The
Yeah, the
brain.
game Life is Strange. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't care about those spoilers.
Yeah,
Like I own the game and I might play it someday, but I mean, people
We-
spoiled it for me already.
Shay and I started streaming Life is Strange too, and let me tell you, it was so boring.
What is Chloe's last name?
Price.
Ah, close.
Okay, so now we have the most important question: which turtle is everybody?
Raph and Bite Me.
We already know what William picked.
It was like, you already know that I'm clearly Michelangelo. The party. Oh wait, no.
Everyone saw
I'm
the
the
birds
party
looking at you.
animal.
As William puts his little purple headband away. I don't know what you're talking about. It's obviously Michelangelo.
It's like, I'm not a stereotype. Stop judging me.
Nobody wants to be Donatello, not even the other tech nerd.
I'm gonna go write this in my Doogie Howser blog. I don't have to put up with this.
Sir, you're gonna write it in your Trapper Keeper first off.
Are you kidding me? Donatello was the only turtle to actually be able to beat the Ninja Turtles in this game with.
Hey, that hasn't come out yet. You don't know that.
As it
Predicting
come
the
out?
future because William Buxley Jr. will be the only one to make it out of here.
Damn
Wow.
it! It hasn't come out yet.
I mean,
So, speaking of awesome, that got a genuine laugh out of her. That was great. Speaking of Nintendo, though, did you guys know that company is like 200?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It started out as a toy company.
It started out as a card company. They also made taxis and love hotels.
Uh-huh.
yes.
It's Japan. You
It's
do a lot of
Japan. You
things.
diversify. All right. I'm going to close down the stream, though, because it sounds like we are ready. Our cast of kids who will not die horrible deaths have been...
We're immortal.
You are immortal. You have plot armor.
Owen is actually immortal. No.
You have plot armor. Just everyone around you doesn't.
Wow.
Choose wisely.
Feywild is a strange place. I like the top one.
What's that?
Something. Never mind. That doesn't have anything to do with the stream. Shay
That is awesome.
Brayden's soon-to-be girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess this means Ashley is Michelangelo.
I mean, you guys didn't settle on your turtle choices.
Let's see. Well, I'm Raph.
It's
I
fine.
don't think Owen would work as Leonardo.
She's got the orange hair. She's got to have the orange bandana.
Olin is April O'Neil.
Yeah, but we gotta be the. Can't have just 3 of the turtles. That's just silly.
I don't
Yeah.
have.
What?
I don't have to be Casey. I kind of screwed up my reference for the costume, anyways. I was gonna.
No,
go for
you actually nailed it. Casey is the guy with the hockey mask, and he fights with baseball bats and hockey sticks. You as like the tomboy would be like, oh, this is fucking awesome. I want it.
Yeah. No, but the funny thing is, I got there by accident because I was actually thinking Jason Voorhees.
We know.
We know. We know. We made it better.
Yeah,
You're
we improved on it and made it a group thing. And just because of Stranger Things, no, you guys can't be the Ghostbusters.
I was gonna say we could be the
There's only 4 of us. It wouldn't really work.
One of us
Or
could
maybe
be
there's-
5 of
somebody
us.
could be
There's 5 of us. It
Gene.
wouldn't really work.
Also,
we could have one
Also-
Casey
also-
kills the-
also whoever shows up in blackface is kicked out of the game.
Exactly. That's kind of the problem.
That's kind of.
Stranger Things got away with it because there was a black kid in their group.
Man, I liked Winston too. He doesn't get enough screen time.
He didn't get enough praise. He was like
Token Winston.
he was the grounded guy. He was like, I'm just here to make some money because I need a job, and they're like, good enough for us.
No, so you just have one of the kids be like, it's a new Ghostbuster replacement because Winston's taking the day off.
Oh, Ghostbusters, Flow Crushers,
I'm
get
the-
the job done.
I'm the rookie from the video game that's not coming out for another 20 years.
Ugh.
I mean, it wasn't a bad game. It just had a bad story.
Yeah. All right. So, our stream's going down. Thank you, folks, for watching. You're all fabulous. We love you. We will check you tomorrow for the game.